Alright guys, welcome to PUBG. I thought I would show you some of the new things that have happened on today's brand new test server. So there's been a whole new town added just up here, just past Stalber. So we're gonna go check it out, see what it's about, if anything, see if the loot is worth going for. It's not a big town, but it's big enough that if you happen to be out that way, it's quite likely to be worth it. At least going by what I can see on the map itself. It looks like there's some big buildings. But we're going to go have a little drive over and see what we can see. One thing that's still for certain though is they haven't fixed, I assume it's server side, because I have a powerful enough system and no other game suffers from it. There seems to be some lag spikes which are pretty damn bad, especially on first person only servers, and obviously especially during fighting. Sometimes it's not huge, but sometimes it's literally about a second where everything stops. Doesn't seem to happen on, like I say, any other game that I own. Only this. So at the moment... Oh, I've got a friend down there. So at the moment, it does seem like it's just PUBG. It seems to happen mostly indoors than anywhere else. But okay, it looks like we have standard things like a garage. Or a garage, depending on where you're from. One of those sort of mini military huts. What else we got here? Some sheds. Two-story building with a roof you can go on. And that's kind of new, I think. Is that a completely new building? I can't tell. There we go, that was a bit of a lag spike. Oh, you might see this on the coastal side of things. I don't think I've ever been in a building that looks like this. Maybe I'm wrong and it's just, you know, you get on and you see it and it looks new. I see where he's going. I captured it. Oh, they've brought one of the old bugs back again. What? So I've got no tires on one side. That could be a problem. So could the zone, but fortunately, we had the foresight to think about grabbing this vehicle, didn't we? Yep. Pop an energy drink. I'll have to chug my way through because there's a fair distance to travel. So hopefully, guys, this has given you a nice little tour of the... I'm out of gas. Hopefully this has given you a nice little tour of the new area. I'll just quickly run up here just in case we've missed anything. I think that's everything worth mentioning. Let's have a quick look up here. Obviously you got the shed. Could be some good stuff in there, but there's only a crossbow at the moment. And a few other big buildings. It's just a general extra little town, I guess. Nothing super special. But, you know, more places to loot is more places to loot. We'll see if we can get some of the new fog footage in as well. With any luck. But yeah, definitely a place worth coming up to if you find yourself out this way. Don't know if they've added any new zones that might come right up at the top here, but if it does, obviously it's a new place to go. Which more is always good, but I really do hope they fix these lag spikes, because it has to be to do with this game. I know there's going to be about 10 million people that go, it's just your potato PC! Look at my stats, guys. Like, I'm not bragging, but I know when something's my PC's fault. I know, okay? I've been PC gaming quite a while now. So guys, some other noteworthy things that have been added in the test server. They apparently have optimized shadows. Doesn't look too different to me, really. They've also apparently improved the performance on low NPCs by optimizing buildings. That doesn't seem to have fixed this lag bug that I've been seeing. Optimized client and server performance when there are multiple vehicles in a close vicinity, and optimized the UI. Again, kind of mostly looks the same. Obviously, they added the new town. We've talked about that already. Enhanced graphics of the sky in pre-existing weather effects. Again, not anything noticeable I've seen, really. So the other thing to say about the Mini 14 is that the weapon uses sniper rifle attachments for the muzzle and the magazine slots, and it can take any kind of optic sight, which is nice. It's got lower damage compared to the other DMRs, but it's compensated by very high muzzle velocity and low bullet drop. So it's going to be... I don't know if it's going to be the favourite of the sniper fans, but it's probably going to be fairly popular. Okay, some important things to note here. Some really important things, stuff that's bugged me. The distance at which shadows are rendered is now synchronized across all graphic settings to obviously ensure fair play. Now, another thing that I have noticed when it comes to fair play is obviously grass has to be rendered a certain distance away as well. That goes the same for the fields of wheat and whatnot. I believe that the game should have to render in said grass and wheat at least once you've zoomed in. Because there's been situations where someone's just been on the cusp of that range, so I look like I'm fully hidden at my end, but it turned out from their view, I was just in a barren landscape where they could see me completely fine. That could be a bit of an issue, but I don't really think there could be a proper way around it. Characters that are knocked out while underwater will now have a breath gauge, as well as taking additional damage over time, which makes sense. The Tommy gun is now a world spawn, and it supports attachments like the silencer, vertical foregrip, and magazines. But it's not going to be able to have any sights on it. Bit of a shame, but it's quite an OP weapon by most people's standards. They've added the ability to roll the grenades rather than throw them. That could be handy for certain situations. Whether that means they're going to be able to more accurately throw them or not remains to be seen. I haven't really tested it, but they say it's now a lot better. Also, the cooking of grenades is now manual. You don't click. The default key is set to R. Again, not tried that myself. New sounds when using consumables. I've noticed that myself. That's quite good. Adjusted the audible ranges of reloading and window breaking, which is good. A new sound for the grenade safety pin, and sound for collisions between vehicles and characters, which makes sense. They've also revised the battle points methodology to prevent battle point farming and idle users from gaining battle points. Hopefully that's going to get rid of some, if not all, of the people that are idle and farming points. I don't think it's going to be a full fix because people will just set it so that there's macro keys so it looks like they're doing something. And at the moment, guys, that's pretty much all the mentionables worth mentioning. Just so you guys know, I've got about 2 more PUBG videos coming in. But if they're not going to get on this weird lag problem, I'm assuming it's server-side because, like I say, no other game does this for me. Sometimes it's quite often, sometimes it's just not at all. It does seem to be server-side from what I can tell. And if they can't fix that pretty soon, then I'm probably going to take a little break from it for a while until they fix it, because it can be super frustrating because you can almost guarantee that it'll always be happening, at least during a fight, which can get a bit frustrating when all of a sudden you're running forwards, you've got to jump over a wall, but you don't because you suddenly teleport 20 feet suddenly forwards into the wall, and then get stuck and then get killed or whatever. It can be incredibly frustrating when that happens because there's nothing that you can really do about it. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you tune in again soon, and I'll see you in the next one.